right. Buenas tardes. Good evening. Today I'm very happy to welcome Bruna Rubio. She's an artist in all the sense of the word, the writer, director, and actress. Originally from Spain, but she has right now international projects. And maybe a lot of you have seen Vampiras, The Brides, the long feature on Amazon. She's the author and the co-stars of the film. So let's know from her. Hello, Bruna. How are you?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure meeting you. And yes, I have my Vampiras that I hope you guys seen it. And if not, go watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. How are you?
Likewise. Listen, I want to know about Vampira's project. How did you conceived it, wrote it, and the characters people should know about, and what they expect from the movie. It's a horror or it has some kind of humor. I want to know in your own words.
Okay. So Vampiras was created. So in my head, many, many years ago, I was watching vampire shows and I was thinking, how come um, Latinos or Hispanic descent people, people that speak Spanish, we don't have our own vampire show? Like we are fanatics. It's been proved that like Hispanic people are fanatics of sci-fi, horror, vampires, zombies, all that, but we don't really have our own. And I was like, okay, I want to do a vampire show. I want to play a vampire. Like it was just, I create my character before I create the movie. So at first, I came with the idea. I put together a short film that is called Vampiras, just by itself. And I presented to different people in the business that are really big. So I did the pitching to see if they will believe me to try to do a feature. So I met up with a lot of people like Jesse Terrero. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but he's a big director, producer on the Latino community in United States. So everybody loved the idea. I got signed for a contract for a whole year when we were gonna develop my idea. By the way, in the meantime, the short film did incredible. It went everywhere, got awards, so it did very good. So I was very excited. But as you guys probably know, in the United States and I think in the rest of the world, as a minority, as a woman in the business and an actress producer, they just don't give you the respect that you deserve, and it becomes a lot harder than just an regular, Caucasian male, for example. So after a couple of years, they keep moving me around. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But I felt like they were just like holding me, and I was not able to do anything with it. So I finally got up the contract, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it myself. At the time, I was able to finance it myself as a low budget. I asked for a lot of favors of a lot of people, and I was like, I have to do this idea. So I created a movie where it's female vampires, so it's very much female empowerment, fighting with narcos, which that's fun, right? So Vampiras was created, and I filmed it in the south of Spain. I filmed it on 2022, I think I filmed it. Yeah, like 3, 4 years ago, we were filming it. And I put together an amazing team. Not only my crew was amazing, but my cast was amazing. I have so many incredible talent. I also have on the movie Maria Conchita Alonso, which is a legend for the Spanish community. She's one of the first one that crossed over from Spanish to American markets. She had movies with like, Arnold
Yes,
Schwarzenegger and
and Christopher Walken, she did
yeah.
McBain, a movie that predicted Maduro incident. You know,
Yeah.
she did 30 years ago with Christopher Walken. And by the way, she was here last week, Maria Conchita Alonso.
Oh, she
She,
was? Oh, that's
yes, I went
amazing.
her press conference. She
Mhm.
was performing in Quito and Guayaquil as a singer, you know.
Oh, yeah, she sings. She's
Yes,
so lovely.
and a lot of people came with old records of her, and she started to sign it for 15 minutes after the conference. So I
Oh,
was very happy to see that you cast her in your film.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
loved it. She did an amazing job too. Her character is really cool. And to me, it was important to put together as many Latinos as possible. So I actually went to almost not every country, but a lot of countries, and I got like the most known in people there. So I have these amazing actors from Colombia. I have amazing actors from Peru. I have amazing actors from Spain. I have amazing actors from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. So, and then United States, I also have a couple of Americans that are very well known. One of them, Noel, he was on with Denzel Washington on the movie what is it called that won the Oscars? That's how Denzel won the Oscar. Independent, no, what is it called? I can't remember right now the name. But anyways, I
Training
do
Day.
you know
Training
Training
Day.
Day?
He was
That's
one
it,
of
Training
the
Day.
gangs. He was one of
Yeah, he
the
was the gang.
cartel. Yes,
Y-
yes.
Yeah, he always play like like a gang member, and it's so funny because he doesn't even speak Spanish. Which is really funny. He's actually Italian descent, but he's great. So I cast him. I cast Malik Joba. He was the main actor on New York Undercover. So the cast is really interesting. So for the viewers that, if you want to see a fun vampire movie with a twist. So in this movie, I made sure that I kept the vampire history of where these girls come from. So I go back and forth in history in the movie. Like we have these moments where we go to like the 1300s and we meet Dracula and we meet, so I included a little bit of history, or I try my best to keep that vampire, history. And the movie is definitely woman empowerment. The main actresses are amazing, and we are beating up narcos. So it have a lot of action. It is scary because it's a lot of scary moments. There is a lot of twists, but at the end of the day, it's almost like a love story of sisterhood, because this is the story of the brides of Dracula. What happened to them? They betrayed Dracula. They decide to let their soul free and become a better souls, because they lost their souls when they become vampires back in the days. But these girls are trying to live their regular lives, like their normal lives. One of them is a detective, another one is a so they try to live normal life because they're trying to convert their souls into pure instead of into the darkness. But unfortunately, something from the past is gonna come. And yeah, I can tell you too much more, but you definitely, if you like vampire movies, there's gonna be a lot of resemblance of Robert Rodriguez movie, That's Until Dawn. So it have a little bit of that vibe, but it also have this beautiful story between these sisters that they're gonna reunite. So it's a mix of things. Definitely, it have some action, it have some drama, it have some scary moments and some horror because it's a lot of blood and killing. But yeah, it's a little mix of everything.
Yes. You know, when I was researching the films and everything, I've seen that in the 70s, and every now and then the portrayal of women vampire are different,
Right.
throughout the ages. In the 70s, the content was done by point of view of men directors. So there was in France and England and some lot of films imitated Hammer films in England.
Right.
The content, about vampire, that it's a sexy portrayal, a lot of love scenes, lot of lesbian scenes, in the
Right.
70s. And then I think later on, um, of course, Dracula was made several times, with Christopher Lee,
Right.
and Coppola did the novel as well with Gary Oldman. And
Right.
then right now, you mentioned Robert Rodriguez, there is Vampire, John
Mhm.
Carpenter, and also right now I see from point of view woman, you try to present strong women characters and also element of action. So the film is a mix of two genres. Do you think
Yes.
it was difficult to pitch it to producers because it has all this new angle of portraying vampires? You know?
Right. Definitely, it was a little bit difficult. As you said, on the past, it's always been more like a sexual character, like a weaker character, where woman was just there to be there for Dracula because, or to any vampire because they're gonna live forever, so they want to have some woman, so they're not alone. But they weren't as strong and independent in this movie. I definitely portray that other side, that women are strong and independent, and they've been like that for generations and generations and hundreds of years. It's just that we don't see it as often. So of course, for the business, for a lot of people were like, they would question it. But that's when I decided to do it as an independent filmmaker. I stopped going to the big companies, and I was like, you know what? I just do it myself. I can just do it myself. I mean, a lot of people like the story. I think that things are changing. We live in a society now that we have all kind of things. People are coming out with different ways of calling themselves, or if they're male or female or whatnot. So I feel like it's a good time to have a movie like this and see a different perspective. Hello. I think I may have lost you. Oh, are you
Yes,
there?
yes.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I want to ask you about in your own words, the right now the situation of the production in Spain. What are the difficulties that a woman filmmaker or a filmmaker in general can face in Spain
In
right now?
Spain,
Uh-huh.
you know what? Actually, right now in Spain, it's a really good time for. I feel like a lot of production companies are moving to Spain to make their films for many reasons. One of them, the talent in Spain is really high. Like the young people that goes to study filming, they have become so good at it. And because Spain is a country where they're happy with a minimum, and they're not trying to be like, having the next BMW or Mercedes or whatever. These are young people that are super talented, so you get to have a crew that not only believe so deeply into your project, but they're trying to do their best without asking for some crazy amount of money that, as an independent filmmaker, if you film here, for example, in Los Angeles, just by the crew is insane. But I understand that because the life here in LA is so expensive. So in Spain right now, it's a good moment. A lot of big production companies that I personally know are filming in Spain because right now Spain are giving between 30 and 55% of taxes rebate. So you make a movie and you get a lot of money back from the government. So to be honest with you, right now it's a good moment for anybody that is listening, anybody that wants to film something. Spain is a good place right now, to be honest with you. I don't think you find a lot of problems. It's been, for me at least, I've been filming most of my movies for the last 5 years in Spain, and it's been great.
Ok, yo quiero saber ahora en español
Sí.
sobre vampiras y qué la gente puede esperar mirando esta película y que es un mix entre dos tipos de películas, es un poco de terror, un poco de vampiros, un
Ajá.
poco de drogas.
Sí, también, también. Sí, Vampiras de Bride, la verdad es que es una película que tiene un poquito de todo. Es una película de género, es una película de vampiros, eso es 100%, porque además enseño la historia de Drácula, de Van Helsing, de las novias, pero es una película basada en tiempos reales, donde estas chicas esconden el secreto de que son vampiras y ellas quieren mejorar sus almas, ¿no? Porque dieron sus almas cientos y cientos de años atrás, pero ahora ya están preparadas para, no hace falta ya matar. Sí que es verdad que ellas, por ejemplo, una de ellas que es detective, que es el papel que yo hago de Luna, eh, o sea, matar cuando se lo merecen está bien. O sea, matar a alguien que es una mala persona está bien, pero no a una buena persona. Entonces, esta película tiene un poquito una mezcla de... vas a ver bastante acción, lógicamente vas a ver mucho de vampiros porque es una película de vampiros. Va a haber momentos donde vas a tener miedo, te vas a asustar, pero también va a tener una historia muy bonita que hay que entender sobre estas mujeres, sobre el poder que tienen, sobre lo que les quitó Drácula, lo que filmaron con Van Helsing para intentar seguir viviendo entre los humanos de una manera pues mejor, digamos. Entonces, sí, definitivamente esta película tiene un poquito de todo que va a sorprender muchísimo.
Yes, right now I've seen that after Vampiras you have some unreleased projects you already done. Can you tell me a
Yeah.
little about them?
Yeah, so on the last couple of years after I finished Vampiras, I did this movie called Hollywood Hells. That was another idea that I have. It's a movie based on an after party gone wrong on the Hollywood Hills. Everybody always think that Hollywood is like, whoa, but nobody really see what's going on behind doors. And this is a reality, but I wanted to make it less politics and more like fun. This is a full-on horror movie. Exactly what if you like horror, this is what you're gonna get. It's a great movie. The two main actors are Fernanda Romero, which she's a Mexican American actress. She's great. She's been in a lot of movies. And then Brian Aston Green. Brian Aston Green it was in like an iconic TV show for many years called Beverly Hills 90210. And he's also on the movie. I play a part too, and there is a lot of other actors that are upcoming that are great. This is a movie that I'm very excited. We film it in Spain. It looks like we're on the Hollywood Hills. It kind of give you that vibe of like the things that goes down in Hollywood when it comes with power, men, producers, and actresses. And it's really fun. You're gonna love it. Again, I'm putting a woman as the main character and my hero, the hero of the movie. So it's another empowerment for women. And it's really I don't know
Mhm.
yet the release date, so we're working on it because we just finished Pose,
Mhm.
and most likely it's gonna be on Netflix, but we don't know for sure yet. So it will be announced on my Instagram accounts and the company accounts or the distributors. But this is very exciting because this is like a horror movie. So it's a lot of blood, a lot of it's fun. It's definitely fun. And then I have another one that is called Chili Ice Cream. This is an action romance movie that I just shoot last year, and this is different than what I normally do, because I normally do more like thrillers, horror, but this is actually a futuristic action romance movie, and it's a lot of fun. I have a really great actress, Stephanie Hill. She's a great Spanish actress. She was on Terminator, on the last Terminator. She plays the little girl in Terminator. She's great. And I'm excited because that movie we just finished also post production, And the special effects and the action on that movie is insane. Like we have a stunt team that is, oh my God, like these people can fly, literally, can just jump out of places and fly. So yeah, so that was all, that's another one. And then my last one that I also filmed last summer, it's called Abominable. And this is a very special film. I'm not sure who is familiar with this, but Comic Con San Diego moved to Malaga last year. So this was the first time since they created in 70 years that Comic Con San Diego was going out of San Diego and they went to Malaga. So I was invited with Brian. By the way, my main actor is Brian Aston Green. Again, the same guy from 90210. He did an incredible job in this movie. This is a psychological thriller of a man lost on the mountains looking for a missing woman. And what he's gonna go through, you guys are not gonna believe it. It's a literally the most craziest psychological thriller ride you're gonna take, and you're gonna go with him through it, through the movie. In the movie, he doesn't even speak, which is what this movie is so special. But you don't need it because what you're gonna see and feel, and the journey he's gonna go through to find out what happened to this woman, is gonna be shocking. So yeah, so we went to Comic Con to present the teaser because they hear that I'm doing a movie like that. So they were very excited. So I was invited. So yeah, we were in Comic Con presenting the teaser of this movie.
Right now, throughout your career, right now between Spain and the United States, and working as a producer and performer as well, do you have a certain dream project or character you'd like to play as a woman filmmaker, as a woman artist?
Yes, there is something that I always wanted to play and make, but it's have to be the right timing with the right people and the right budget because to make it correctly, this is a very pricey type of movie. But I always wanted to do something kind of like Indiana Jones. That's like, I would love, love, love to play a character like that and do a movie like that. You know, that was something that it was always on, it's always been on my mind. And one day I will. I just gotta find the right budget, the right timing, and the right script.
Yes, I hope so. Bruna, I want to thank you very much for the lovely interview and congratulations for the release of
Thank
Vampiras.
you.
And also, I look forward for the upcoming projects as well. And I hope you can achieve bigger dreams and bigger projects with budgets that reflects your vision all the time. Thank you very much for the
Thank you.
interview. Muchas gracias. And I
Thank you.
hope next time
Muchísimas gracias.
when you have a new project, we can reunite again to talk about.
For sure, for sure. Thank you so much. I
Thank
will
you.
be back
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll, ciao. Thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.